What's up, y'all? In this video we're going to be talking about through bolt jigs. Two different ones, BES and then Falcon Schlage. These are fairly inexpensive little jigs that you can use to mark where the through bolts go through the door. We already have one prepped up here where we have the through bolts drilled, but I'm going to do two more holes, two more full preps, and we're going to check out the BES version and the Falcon Schlage version, which is pretty much everything else. BES has closer holes to the main hole, so if you're converting a BES from a BES to something else, or from something else to BES, if you have a wood door or metal door, the holes are not going to line up right. Now I know a lot of jigs, there's a couple of jigs, more expensive jigs have the through mount holes already on it, and that would be ideal, except some of us, some of us don't have those jigs. Personally, I only use a jig nowadays to re-drill small holes to bigger holes, and I fresh install with just this little guy right here. So if I go up on any fresh install nowadays, I'll just take this HPC easy backset marker and put it on, mark our backset on one of those notches, mark your edge on one of them. Now this is builder's lumber, so it's not 1 3/8 or 1 3/4, which is what this is for. So that would be for an 1 3/4 door, that would be for an 1 3/8 door. If you're marking for an 1 3/8 door, you definitely need to make sure that you mark here and not here and here, because then you would just be screwed. But on this one, I'm gonna kind of eyeball it. I'm gonna do two more mounts. We're gonna drill for the BES, then we're gonna drill for the Schlage. Now, I will mention, when I ordered these, they're so inexpensive, I ordered 3, and I'm glad I did, because look, I've already glued this and clamped it to squeeze it back together, but when I got it, it was separated this much, and it was making it angle down, which is not good at all. So I squirted some super glue in there and clamped it to try to get it straight again. But if you honestly look at it straight on right there, it is still bowing in a little bit. Now, that's not maybe that big of a deal, because at least when you're drilling through, you don't drill all the way through, otherwise you'll blow out the other side. So we're going to have to do one side and then bring it over to the other side and meet in the middle. So hopefully, with it being off like it is, I'm actually going to try the one that's broken instead of the one that's not. So if you're going to order these, I got mine through Flanner, so it has the backset measurements in case you're doing both. 2 3/4 and 2 3/8. The BES only comes with 2 3/4, because BES is only pretty much ever going to be 2 3/4, and you just kind of line the edges up over here. When I first checked out this guy, I wanted to clamp it to the door to hold it still. However, the clamp on freshly painted or wood doors, you got to be real careful that the other clamp does not mar into the inside wood that you're clamping on. So I'm going to try to find another backer plate or something to use on the other side to clamp these up, because we're going to drill one for BES, another for Schlage. We're going to check them to make sure they work for both. In Schlage, I'm going for the LSDA. So it should be the same measurements as LSDA. But then what I want to do is I want to clamp them up and see if we can use them to re-drill, because that's the big thing. When you're changing from regular to BES, the holes are going to be closer, and it's really difficult sometimes to get those holes. You kind of have to like wallow out the hole, unfortunately. So I want to see if these jigs help, and you can join in with me. So let's go. Let's get these holes drilled. so for both of these, they all use a 5/16 inch drill bit. They both have, get out of there, they both have metal in there. It looks like the Schlage version has like a bronze bushing, which would protect the drill bit a little bit better maybe. So we're gonna be able to do these, no, we're gonna do these one at a time. All right, so we're gonna do the best one first. And basically we're just gonna line it up straight, chuck up this 5/16 bit, and see how it does just holding it. Okay. I know it looks off on the edge there, but that's because this is, again, builder's lumber. It's not a true door. Oh. Okay. Scrape out the debris. It looks like it did a pretty good job. Let's try the Schlage. I'm actually going to try the one that was split, just to see how it does. That does not mean they're all going to be like that. Now this 2 3/4 lines up really well on the edge. It's got a rounded corner. That's why it looks different. Another thing I like about this one is it gives you the two little side, because especially on like trilogy locks, these are really important to get those guys straight. So that is a big bonus to the Schlage for sure. But we're gonna just hold it like we did the other one. Oh, okay. Definitely different hole spacing. No. No, that's not supposed to happen, is it? Well, we've got it. We don't need that anymore. Just give it a little reaming on each side. All right, let's see how they fit. Today we are using our vessel driver with balls. Okay, y'all, got that knob off here. Just stay right there. And let's give this a try. Best. Does it? Oh, it does line up. Oh, yeah. Get on there. Get in there. All right. Good, good. Yep. Yep. Where's the other one? And LSDA. It's not going to fit with the best on there, but we've seen it works. Put them too close together. Don't install locks that close together, y'all. Especially ones with big rosettes. There we go. Looks like it fits pretty dang good. I'm trying to leave the blue thing on there. Don't normally leave that on there. So, yeah. Now, here's the dealio. If we wanted to convert this best to a regular, or vice versa, we need the holes to go down a little bit further. It's going to be really hard since I put them close together, but let me take this latch out. So if we were trying to use a regular one where this is, the holes are too close together, and when you go to put it on, it won't go in because it's not spaced right. So what I want to see is if we can use this guy to re-drill just by hand holding it. Now I really wouldn't try this on a metal door because it's got a chance of yanking and pulling and tearing. We don't want to do any of that, but let's just see. Oh, like that. Oh, it's trying to yank. Maybe. It's gonna look a little messy because I'm so close to that other hole. Maybe. Let's see. Now you could always clamp it like I mentioned earlier. Just make sure you put a piece of protector on the other side. Okay, here we go. Is it gonna work? I think it will. Look at that. Well, so there we go. We answered the question as to whether or not you can use this to re-drill up or down. I'm sure if we do it the opposite way, it would work just fine for that as well. So if we had to go that way, we could just a little bit harder because it doesn't stick out. So might want to definitely clamp it in this case. And definitely clamp it if it's in a steel door or by a jig. But it does work. So there we go. It's just jig indicator guides. It's not really a jig. It's more of a guide. So, yeah. Questions or comments, post them in the comment section. I think I can get some use out of it instead of just blindly, throwing holes and stuff. It's normally what I do, but it'll help a little bit. I like it. I don't like the fact that they send them out broken. Watch it when you get it. Might send it back. And it is time for me to get out of here for the day. So once again, if you have any questions or comments, post them in the comment section. We'll catch y'all next video. Thanks for watching.